This time on Fliptv News, the headlines. Bars NNPC Petroleum Ministry from allocating oil to Adax Petroleum. AFCC grills AMCON MD Ahmed Kuru over corruption allegations. Tinubu apologizes, says he meant voters card should be updated. Senate removes direct primary clause, passes electoral bill. I am not guilty, says Nnamdi Kanu, please wait to a 15-count charge. And finally, Dangote refinery to reduce Africa's petroleum importation by 36%, says Apple. Good afternoon, I am Shijola Afolabi. You're welcome to Fliptv News. Now, news in details. Days before the restoration of 4 oil mining licenses to Adax Petroleum, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation launched a blistering tackle on its sister agency, Department of Petroleum Resources, with a strong appeal to President Muhammadu Buhari to reverse DPR's revocation of OMLS and reject a relocation to another company. The NNPC, in a letter to the President on April 20, argued that the revocation of the oil fields would have implications on the Nigerian economy and diplomatic relationship between Nigeria and China. Adax is owned by Sinopec, a state-owned Chinese firm, the 9-page memo saying Premium Times shows. 3 days after the letter was sent, the President overruled the revocation by the DPR and cancelled the relocation of OMLS 123, 124, 126 and 137 to Castech Engineering Limited, Sulfic Petroleum Consortium, a firm DPR picked as a replacement. The clash is the latest example of how government agencies often appear to work at cross purposes and succeed in having the president do their bidding. Premium Times reported on Monday how the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, and the Managing Director of the Nigerian Ports Authority, Adiza Usman, repeatedly faced off over the award of contracts, and Mr. Amechi at least once directed a procurement process be suspended in favor of an incumbent contractor. A top official at the anti-graft agency confirmed the development to the cable on Wednesday. Crew is accused of asset diversion and the selling of seized assets to cronies at below value by the businessmen accused of loan default with banks, according to a report by Sahara Reporters. The newspaper quoted a source at the EFCC to have claimed that Kuru was invited by the commission after confirmation of his selling assets with billions of naira belonging to Atlantic was accused of loan default with Sky Bank, and properties in collateral were seized while an action was instituted in court. While the court was still pending, the AMCON MD allegedly proceeded to sell the properties in dispute at a price for below the prevailing market value. The development comes months after Kuru began his second term in office as AMCON MD. Meanwhile, in July 2021, while attending the retreat of the Senate Committee on Banking, Kuru had said AMCON recovered 1.48 trillion naira out of 4.158 trillion naira from banks' debtors. He had also said the agency still have 7,902 outstanding obligors with a total outstanding loan of above 3.1 trillion naira. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, former Lagos State Governor and the national leader of the ruling All Progressives Congress, has tendered an apology over his remarks that the current permanent voters card (PVC) in Nigeria has expired. A statement by his media team on Wednesday evening read, on Tuesday night in Abuja, Asiwaju Bola granted audience to a delegation of women from Lagos and across the country attending the All Progressives Women Conference. while charging the women to check the status of their voting cards and mobilize supporters to vote. He mistakenly used the word expire instead of stating that the cards may have to be updated. Immediately upon being apprised of this, Asiwaju apologized for the incorrect statement and felt sorry for any confusion it may have caused. Asiwaju Tinubu also stressed that he appreciates the patriotic and necessary work of INEC and its personnel in assuring a free and fair electoral process for all Nigerians in all political parties. At the meeting convened at the behest of the women, the Senate has re-amended the Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2021 passed by the National Assembly on November 18, 2021. Accordingly, the Chamber in Clause 84 of the report approved direct, indirect, primaries or consensus as procedure for the nomination of the candidates by political parties for the various elective positions. Also approved the recommended Clause 84 that a political party that adopts the direct primaries procedure shall endure. All aspirants are given equal opportunity of being voted by the members of the party. Further provides that a political party that adopts the system of indirect primaries for the choice of its candidate shall adopt the procedure outlined below in the case of nominations to the position of presidential candidate. A political party shall hold special conventions in each of the 36 states of the Federation and FCT, where delegates shall vote for each of the aspirants at designated centers in each state capital. The detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has pleaded not guilty to the fresh amended 15-count treasonable felony charge by the federal government preferred against him after his formal arraignment. The federal government on Wednesday opened Kanu's trial to the other terrorism charges. Kanu, who was brought into courtroom around 10:50 a.m. Wednesday, pleaded in consent to all the allegations leveled against him, insisting that some counts in the amended charge were similar. Some exhibits meant to be tendered against Kanu by the government were also brought to the courtroom during the arraignment. Also, electronic equipment comprising various cameras were brought to court and were inspected by the lead counsel to the federal government, Mr. Shoaib Magaji Labarad. Abuja African Petroleum Producers Organization has said that the establishment of a 36% reduction in the importation of petroleum productions in the continent. Besides, the organization expressed a belief that the success of Dangote refinery project could incentivize the rise of similar projects across Africa despite the current focus on energy transition. The Secretary General, African Petroleum Producers Organization, Dr. Omar Farouk Ibrahim, said in an interview that Dangote refinery shall be supplying over 12% of Africa's products demand when it comes operational. Ibrahim stated to appreciate the impact that the Dangote refinery is going to have on African economics and especially on the supply of petroleum products and to some extent the conservation of scarce foreign exchange. A look at some statistics on the continent's petroleum products demand and supply us in order. Currently, Africa's daily petroleum demand is 4.3 billion barrels per day. Of this volume, 57% is produced locally on the continent, while 43% is imported. When Dangote is fully on stream, the percentage of Africa's products imports shall drop to 36%. This is even as the total volume of products demand rises to 5.4 MBD. You can therefore see the huge impact that Dangote refinery shall be making to overall product supply in Africa. Dangote shall be supplying over 12% of Africa's products demand. For more news and updates, please stay tuned to Fliptv News. I am Shijola Folabi. Good afternoon.